I was completely gutted. Hi everyone, it's Scott here from That's English School. イギリス英語ですね。今回は gutted について解説していきたいと思います。結論から言いますと、gutted はですね、すごく落ち込んだ時に使います。もう最悪、超ショックそんな感じかな。すっごく重い言葉なんですけれども、みんなよく使いますね。イギリス人は、例えばアメリカ人と比べると割とダークな表現が好きかな。現実的と言いますか。イギリスのドラマを見たことがある方がご存知だと思いますか。暗くて静かなシーンが多いですよね。個人的に好きです。なんとなく落ち着きますね。ついこの間、ガイ・リッチー、イギリスの映画監督の映画を見てたら、何回も I'm gutted というセリフがありました。そういえば自分もよく使う言葉だな。皆さんに教えなきゃと思いまして、この動画が生まれました。動画が生まれたちなみに gutted はスラングですね。気をつけながら使ってください。So let me give you a step-by-step guide on how to use the word gutted like a true Brit. Here is the lesson lineup. Part 1, the origins of the word. It comes from the verb to gut. What does it mean? It comes from the process of removing the internal organs from a fish or some other animal when you're preparing to eat it. In Japanese, you would say, 内臓を取る. So imagine you take out the heart, stomach, intestines, and lungs. You know, all that stuff inside the body. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you any horrible pictures. So when you take out everything, the body is empty. It's like a shell. Take this fish for instance. It has been gutted. So that's how you feel when you're gutted. You feel like this fish, like this. But these guys over here, they have not been gutted. But this one is gutted. For he's a jolly good fellow, and so say all of us. Cheers! This is one of the best retirement parties I've ever been to. God, it's great, isn't it?
Bingo time!
The bingo's starting. Got your cards, everybody?
It's time for bingo.
Okay, let's go. What's the first number going to be?
3, 5, 35.
That one.
2 fat ladies, 88.
Oh, I'll get that one as well. That's me.
1, 1, legs, 11.
No, I don't have that one.
2, 7, 27.
Ooh, that's me, yeah. God, I'm getting closer here.
2 little ducks, 22.
That's me. One more to go. I've got one more to go so I can win the case of London Pride beer. It's my favourite beer.
7, 8, 78. Bingo! I've won!
Damn it. Congratulations, John. But I must say, I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted. I really wanted to win that beer. Cheers. Absolutely gutted. Part 2, I'd like to talk about 2 other expressions that also use the word gut. Now, these are not particularly British expressions. These 2 are used all over the world. He has a lot of guts. I've heard guts being used now and again in Japanese. It means to have passion and bravery. It's often used in sport or when people are trying really hard to succeed. If you've got guts, you never give up. I guess that's how the legendary boxer Gatsu Ishimatsu got his name. Okay, Bokujo. Take 2 with half a banana. Okay, Bokujo. Just so as you know, guts pose is Japanese English. I guess in English you would say a victory pose or a fist pump. Yeah, that sounds much better. The building was gutted by fire. When there is a huge fire at a house or a building and it leaves only the framework, we can use this phrase. This is very similar to when a person says, I am gutted. We've been having quite a lot of wedding receptions in the restaurant over the past couple of months. Let me just put this down. And business has been looking up, it's been good, yeah. So we usually use the regular menu and just add a few things to kind of, fancy it up a little bit. But for dessert, I wanted to make something, kind of special, something French. So this particular wedding, which I'm going to talk about, it was a bit of a celebrity. Can't tell you who it is, but they were pretty famous. Anyway, so let me tell you a funny story. I made this big dessert. It's called a croquembouche. It's a French dessert. It's like a tower of cream puffs and all put together with praline. It's about 1.5 meters tall. It's like this size. Anyway, so it was time for dessert and the doors opened and I was carrying it like this. It's really heavy and the lights went out. The spotlight was on me and there was smoke and the music's playing and everybody's cheering and clapping. So I was walking in like this and then I slipped and the big cake went flying across the room and landed splat right on the bride and groom's table. I was absolutely gutted. Gutted, I tell you, absolutely gutted. It took me 3 days to make it. Luckily, everybody was okay. We kind of laughed and we gave them a discount at the end because we couldn't serve it. And everyone got ice cream for dessert. Anyway, it worked out okay, but I was gutted. Part 3, using it in a conversation. So as I stated in the introduction, gutted is a slang expression used a lot in the UK. It's not a bad or particularly shocking word, but it is very conversational and colloquial. We often see it being used in situations like these. I was gutted when my girlfriend dumped me for my so-called best friend. So we often use the word gutted when talking about relationships when they break up. Funnily enough, it's usually only one side of the relationship who feels gutted. The football fans of Japan were gutted when they were knocked out of the World Cup. So like in all big sporting events, if your team loses, you feel so bad. You are gutted. She was gutted when she found out she only got a C on her mock Spanish test. So a mock test is like a practice test. It's not the real test. It's like the test before the test. A mock test. Have you ever been gutted when you got a bad score on the TOEIC or the Aiken? Fans were understandably gutted when Justin Bieber cancelled all his shows in Japan. So if you've been looking forward to seeing like your favorite singer or group for months and months, so you've got your ticket and then they cancel in the last minute, well, you'd be gutted too, wouldn't you? I was gutted when Scotland failed to become an independent nation. But that's a story for another time. It's homework time. So today I'm going to give you a question about the English in Action section with William the chef. So do you remember he was talking about his disastrous experience he had with the wedding cake? So the question is this: what kind of wedding cake did William drop at the wedding reception? Okay? So put your answers down in the comments and I'll check it as soon as I can. Okay? あとは、まだ登録してない方がどうぞよろしくお願いします。Okay? Staying with the British theme, the next video for you is this one right here. It's about how to use bloody. It's another really good British word and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Okay? I'll see you over there. Let's go.